Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. Just a quick update on my Ancients October challenge on my Carthaginian force, and it's all going pretty well. Show you what I've done in a second. Actually, well, I might as well show you now. So I've completed my first unit of Carthaginian veterans, and I'm just about to start basing these now. So yeah, I'm pleased with how these have come out. Normal sort of pains of the little big men transfers where you're doing these shields because you've got to effectively cut the transfer in half and then fit it around the shield boss on the scutum. But yeah, no, overall, very pleased. There we go. I've got them in sort of more or less two ranks, but I decided to fit more models on the front because I thought that just gave it a bit more of a cohesive look. So there we go. So this is a unit of veterans. So as you can see here, I did manage to get hold of some of the Celtic heads, and I've just popped them on there. So there's a couple of ghoulish characters in there as well. I don't know if any of the actual sort of Libyan units, the Carthaginian units, actually mixed. I'm going to guess not, but I thought it looked fun and just broke up the unit a little bit. I'm pleased with the fur and the capes. I'll show you the snow effect and everything that I'm using at the moment. So I think they've come out well. There we go. So that's unit number 1 just ready for basing. So what I've done, so I've had a bit of a disaster with my first base that I made. I oversaturated the base with the snow. It warped and I just wasn't very happy with it. The stuff wouldn't fix properly, so I took them off of the base, which is why they've got the snow on their bases already, and I've just applied them to a new base, and I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. But having done that, I've now decided, because one of the problems I found was putting this many models on a base. Obviously there was issues when it came to flocking and to painting the ground and to, you know, applying the glue. So what I'm going to do for the next unit, so when I'm ready to base these guys here, I'm actually going to put the ground covers and the flock and the snow on this bit already before I stick it onto there, and then I won't have to worry about it. So what I'm going to be putting down on this, as you saw my test base, is this mix. I can't remember what this one is now. Is it Wasteland? It's one of the Geek Gaming mixes, but I like this one because it's got that slightly alpine look. So if you watch my previous video, I'm going for this Battle of the River Trebia thing. So slight at the foot of the Alps. So I'm going to put that down first. I've got some bushes and other sort of static grasses to add to it, and then I'll be using this stuff, which is the Geek Gaming Snow Powder, and it's this that I messed up with. Now I think what happened was I put it on maybe too thinly, so it absorbed all the glue and kind of turned to this yellow goop. Someone has mentioned that might have just made it look like my Carthaginians had wet themselves for the impending battle, but I don't really want that look. So I tried adding a fixer to it. That didn't seem to do anything. I then tried fixing some hairspray. That didn't work. So in the end, I thought to cut my losses, I binned the base, took these models off of it, and we'll start again. And that's it. You know, I think, you know, in these kind of projects, it's important to show the trial and error. So that's what's going on next on here. So that'll be base. So I'm just thinking the basing will probably just take a little bit longer than normal. So they're done. Now I've nearly a good way through my unit of the Libyan infantry, the Phoenician stuff, the Libyo-Phoenician stuff. Now I've decided to paint these in a uniform colour, unlike my Carthaginian veterans, who I've kind of done a little bit more sort of freeform. So these guys obviously form the backbone of the Carthaginian army, and I think there's the numbers that are given is something like 12,000 of the 20,000 infantry were made up of these guys. Although there's no way to obviously confirm that, and a lot of that's done through Roman historians. So there's obviously issues there with accuracy. The thing is, by this point, these guys wouldn't. Their loyalty would not necessarily have been to their, obviously, to Carthage or to their homeland, but more than likely it's to their general, to Hannibal and their other leaders. And then, you know, they're going to follow him. They followed him through his Iberian campaigns, and now on the attack on Rome. And I quite like it that they've supplemented their own equipment with some little bits of nicked Roman equipment, which I think is quite fun. So here's another one I did where I took one of the Libyan javelinmen heads, and I've just shaved that down a bit just so I could have just some different heads. So those 8 are nearly done. I've got 3 more to do for that unit. So I've just got the musician, the standard bearer, and another spearman. And then these guys will be ready for basing. And then I'll be tackling the skirmishers next. So it's all go. So anyway, just a little update, and so you can see how I'm getting on. And in the next video, hopefully these guys will be all based up and ready to show off. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and I will catch you all again soon. Cheers.